Road not taken. This poem is written by Robert Frost. It is clear from the heading that the poet has chosen only one option. Instead, he has two options. But there is a reason behind it. Not in poet's life, but even we are a human being, a time and a circumstance comes in our life where we have to choose only one option from two. Or it may be there are a lot of options, but we have to choose only one option. It had just happened to the poet also. In his life, in his turning of life, he was standing where he has to decide only one option. But he has two. And both the option are as equal as an equation. But we have to choose only one. So in this matter, if we have two options and we have to choose one, we try all our best to select the best one. Because we think that the best one decorate and embellish our life. The best one for us is the thing that we know very well. In our life, it is very common to us that we accept the thing that is known to us. We do not want to accept anything that is unknown to us. But in this poem, Robert Frost, the poet, has taken a sudden decision, has taken an uncommon decision, has taken a unique decision. He has not chosen the thing that he knows very well. He has chosen the thing that he has no idea about it. So that poem, The Road Not Taken, he has, by saying that, he has an indication of the road that he has not taken. He thought that the world has about 7 Arab people, and most of them are following their pioneer. Most of them are following their pioneer without knowing the reason why, and where they are going. But we are following them because we think that the people are going there. It is the right place, so they are going, and we have also. That's why we also decide it is also good for us to go there with them. But it is their goal. Let them go. It is not your goal. You stay there, you stand there, and you think, why are you going there? Is your going there is necessary? So think yourself. The writer has come to a conclusion when he started thinking about the road, about the two roads. He has found that one road is already trodden by a lot of people, but there is another road that is not trodden by any people, and he has chosen that road that is not trodden by other people. He has a fear in his heart. He has a fear in his heart. Yet he has decided to travel on, to walk on, to trample on that lonely and untrodden, and we are wanting of that land. While he was choosing, he was afraid. He was afraid of he will return in future or not, or it may be he will not return. So in the last line, he want to say that if I will not return in the history, it will be written that there was a man who has chosen the less traveled path, who has chosen the path that is not traveled by anyone, and he has not returned. So I create a history. That's why he has decided to choose the second one. Now let's read the text. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood. And sorry, I could not travel both. Two roads. As I have already told you, in our life, a time will come where we are standing on a conclusion and we have to choose from two best, one best one. So the writer is also standing in a yellow wood. In a yellow wood means uh, it is describing about the autumn season and spring season. Do you know when all the leaves of the trees fall from autumn and later new leaves come from the tree, it is like a yellow. So it is said a yellow wood. It means it is a autumn season and the tree has yellow leaves everywhere, and also the flowers of the tree is yellow and it is lying on the road. So two roads diverge in a yellow wood. Here wood means not lakdi, here wood means jungle, forest. Here wood means not only a timber of a tree. Here wood means a collection of wood. It means forest, it means jungle. Diverge, it means bent. Diverge means uh, opposite to each other. Here two roads are opposite to each other. It means one is going to south and one is going to east. So the poets are standing in the center of a road where he has to choose either he will go north or either he will go south. And sorry, I could not travel both. And it is a very compulsory and it is a very uh, native and genuine that we cannot travel at a time at a both place, at a both road and a both way. We cannot travel. We can travel only at one. And be one traveler, long I stood. So become a traveler. The writer, the poet decided by standing long time which way is good for me, which path is good for me, which destination is good for me, which aim is good for me, and look down one as far as I could to where it bent in undergrowth. Undergrowth means dense forest. Undergrowth means dense forest. So he stood long at the center and tried to look down both the road as far as he could see. And he is standing and he is starting saying, and long time he has seen, and he has got some conclusion by watching that two roads. Then took the other, just as fair. At first he has seen the first road, and fairly he has taken the second one. It means he has equally seen both the road and having perhaps the better claim. But when he see the second road, he has a better claim for that road. It means he has decided he has a good option for traveling on the second one, to trample on the second one, to walk on the second one. Because he said that it was grassy and wanted wear. He said that the second road was grassy and wanted wear. It means it is a very beautiful and none has traveled upon it, none has walked upon it, none has go through this road. So he has decided to go through that road. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. When he looked to the second road, he has seen that it is grassy and wanted wear, means it looks beautiful, and none has trampled over on, none has walked upon it. So the writer has decided to travel on the second one, and both that morning equally lay. In the first and in the second, in both in first and second, in first road and the second hand, in this morning, flowers and leaves equally lay. It means equally lie down. In no in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. When the writer judged both the both the both the road, he he saw that both the roads has equally lie down yellow flowers and yellow leaves. But he has a better claim for the second one, because it was grassy and wanted wear than the earlier one. Yet knowing how well leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come. But when he decided to go on the second road, he has a doubt that he will return in the future or not, because doesn't know he did not know the way. Where will it go? He does not know the way where it will go. It will go to the it will go to the new land, or it will go to the death. He doesn't know about that road, but he has taken that road. I shall be telling this with a sigh. And the poet is telling that poetry with a sigh. It means he's not happy. Even he was at the crucial time, he was deciding. He has taken the second road that is not traveled by the people, and he has doubted he will not return in the future. But still, he is taking. So he's writing that poetry with a sigh, with a sorrowness. Some he is writing this poem. He is composing this poem with a grief, with a full of sorrow. But he has a hope also. What was his hope? The hope is that somewhere ages and ages hence, when the ages will pass, when the century will pass, when the year will pass, the people will remind that there was a man who has decided to take the path that is less traveled by the people. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. And he said that the people remind ages after ages. It means years after year, and decade after decade, and century after century. They think that there was a man who has chosen the less traveled path, the less traveled way, and that made difference in his life, and he has created his own history. So that's all. I think you have understood this poetry. Again, uh, I'm going to summarize this poetry. The Road Not Taken is written by Robert Frost. He was an American poet, and most of his poems were contradict to each other, in which he had decided among two options. He has always decided upon two options. In class 10, you will read two poems of Robert Frost, in which he has also contradict from two options. In the first option, he contradicted happiness to sorrowness, and in the second, he contradicted to fire and the fire and ice. In this poem, The Road Not Taken, he is also contradicted with his opinion. Once he was standing in the middle of the jungle, and take he has to go on one path, but where he was standing, there were two paths there. When he when when he looked on both paths, he decided to choose the second one because he thought that 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 road is not traveled by most of the people. It means it is less traveled by the people. And when he decided the second road, he was doubted that he will return or not. But still he has chosen the second one because he know that when I will save myself, ages after ages and year after year, people will say that there was a man who has chosen the less travel way, and the people will remind my boldness, my courage, and he has chosen the second one. Even he has a doubt, and the poet says that that dareness and that boldness, that dare and that boldness made a difference in his life with the other people because where he want to go he has reached by choosing the second road. That's all.